Not good news for Matt Turner or the U.S. men's national team. Currently, he has a transfer from Crystal Palace to another John Texter team, Lyon. And L'Equipe, the French outlet, is reporting that his current team, where he's been transferred to, Lyon, Olympique Lyon, must pay a high sum for the player of his status and age, 8 million euros. The American international 52 caps does not have the level to be the number one in the event of a sale of Lucas Perry, and there is no room for a player of that cost as the number two. That's a damning statement. There are so many different things we can go into right now. I don't want to get into John Texter, the finances of Lyon. That's unfortunate. But for a French outlet, respectable French outlet, like L'Equipe, to come out and say you don't have the level to be number one, and it's too much money to be the number two, for a player that desperately needs minutes, it's not news you want to hear if you're Matt Turner. Matt Turner is 31 years of age, but post Qatar, the last 3 years he's played under 30 games, in 3 years. The games that he has been involved in as of late, whether it was Arsenal, Forest, or whether it ended up being Crystal Palace, were Europa League, Cup games, FA Cup, Carabao, whatever the case may be. He wasn't a number one. And when he was the number one, things didn't really go his way. Some bad, unfortunate errors. It wasn't the Matt Turner, at least between the sticks, that we've grown accustomed to for the U.S. men's national team. And most notably, the Gold Cup, a player that desperately needed minutes with a coach, a new coach. You thought that's where he would get the minutes. The Gold Cup, he was relegated to a backup to Matt Freese, which was nowhere near the depth chart before we started this. Before the Gold Cup, he was nowhere near the top three, nowhere near the top four. And you can put in there Zach Steffen, Patrick Schulte. You can put in there Ethan Horvat, maybe a Gaga Slonina back in the day. Matt Freese was nowhere near this. So you would assume he would have been the out-and-out starter, a player who desperately needed minutes, would get those minutes in a secondary tournament like the Gold Cup. That didn't happen. He backed up Matt Freese. Now he's on the outside looking in for many reasons. The current coach, well, he could say whatever he wants, but he's opened the door for other goalkeepers. Matt Turner is no longer the out-and-out number one. You can say what you will, have your opinion on that, and that's fair. I think the important thing here is how desperate Matt Turner needs to be to play, to find somewhere that gives him a fighting chance of playing the World Cup, even if that somewhere is Major League Soccer, a league that he knows. Going back from Europe to Major League Soccer, it's a step back for most players. I would argue for Matt Turner, it's a move he needs to make. I don't see championship clubs knocking down at his door. We're getting late in the window. I don't see him going on to other leagues right now. He's got to go where he can be seen, where he can play, where they know him, where he'll get an opportunity, and that's going to be Major League Soccer. And Mauricio Pochettino's proven he doesn't care where you play. He just called in 15 players for the Gold Cup. Said a lot of those players are players he now trusts, in values. So Matt Turner, at 31 years of age, with very little time, has a decision to make. And I think that decision might be Major League Soccer. And hopefully for Matt Turner, it's enough time to turn around and compete to still be the number one and make it to that World Cup.